Sup, tech nerds, Lottie here again in a very unusual position. For starters, not in Australia right now, I'm in Canada for Aquino Tank Weekend, and I am dressed rather interestingly. This is a British desert uniform that was given to me by some golf veterans, of which I am helping out with in this Aquino. And my unusual position right now is under, I don't know if you can see it, a BMP, and just getting away from the sun. So, this video is going to be all over the place, probably. As you can probably hear, there's some stuff going on in the background. That is specifically a headset. Anyway, so yeah, here I am on Aquino, day 3. I'm probably going to do like a voiceover for the rest of it and just show you everything that I've been up to. Yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, this is future Lottie now speaking, back home in Australia. Because past Lottie didn't actually record any voiceover stuff, I'm going to have to do it all retroactively. Now, it's been a hot minute since my last video, and I do apologize. The reason for that was Peter and I spent 3 weeks in Canada, and then I caught a very, very bad illness / bug. Could have been COVID, not really sure, on the plane back from Canada. And yeah, I was basically out of commission for a week, and I've only really just recovered. So, here we are. I'm going to do a voiceover explaining pretty much everything that's going on. So again, as past Lottie said, it's going to be a bit of everything in this video. I hope you guys enjoy everything that I'm about to show you. Alright, first things first, what is Aquino? Aquino Tank Weekend is basically the Canadian equivalent of the Bovington Tank Fest. So it goes over 3 days, starting on the Friday, which you are currently watching footage from the Friday, where they were doing basically practice parades for their synchronized Leopard tank demonstrations. So you can see the spinning that's happening right now. I thought it was rather amusing, so that's why I filmed so much of this. It makes a good backdrop to waffling on. The reason it is called Aquino is because the Ontario Regiment that served in the Second World War, they fought in the Battle of Aquino. And the museum in the background of this very shot, which has now been rebranded as the Canadian Tank Museum, formerly the Ontario Regimental Museum, is the sole Canadian combatant or Allied combatant in that battle. So it holds a rather significant historical context to the museum itself, hence why they've called their main event Aquino Tank Weekend. So obviously Peter and I wanted to put our skills to good use, and that is why we came to Aquino. We basically helped out with anything and everything. We worked on a number of vehicles, which of course you will see video stuff of. We drove some vehicles, we helped out, basically just being good all around, helpful international representatives, which we thought was really fun. We basically got to do our normal everyday stuff, but in a far more exciting environment. Now, because I just have so much footage, like a buttload of it, what we're going to do is I'm going to separate the video into little segments. So the next section, we're going to talk about the grand opening parade. Now, don't fret. Yes, there are tanks driving around in the background. You are going to hear them unedited very shortly. So basically the footage that you're looking at right now serves two purposes. One, the Coyote in the foreground, that's the 8-wheeled vehicle. We're going to be talking about that one later. That was brought in by the Royal Canadian Dragoons. Now, as you can see in the background there, you can see that there is an Australian flag. So this was from the actual grand opening parade I believe this one was on Sunday. Now, Saturday, Peter and I were welcome to actually partake in the grand opening parade. So the footage you're going to see after this one is actually from the commander's position where I was filming, where we performed this maneuver. So yeah, enjoy the next little bit. So there you have it, a bit of a roar from the leopard, which we love. You will hear more of leopards in the background as this video goes on. Basically what I'm just doing now is walking around and just showing the general vibe of Aquino outside of the tank arena. The next bit of footage that we're going to actually see is me inside the turret of the Coyote following the stag hound, again brought in by the Royal Canadian Dragoons. Really cool guys. And there you have it, another really cool bit of kit. Here's a couple of pictures of the Coyote with googly eyes. The next bit of footage is from inside the Staghound. Peter and I were asked not long after it drove in to have a look at the brakes because unfortunately they were not responding, which is a big deal when you're dealing with heavy vehicles. Unfortunately, Peter and I jumped in and we deduced that it wasn't going to be a quick fix. Not difficult, but just time consuming, so it was going to take more than the weekend to actually sort it out. Obviously the interior is a little bit rough, and that's because it's still being restored, but the Dragoon boys are doing an awesome job at working with this vehicle. So yeah, Peter and I were constantly in and out of vehicles like this all weekend, and the weeks before and after, trying to fix everything. This next section is basically all about the primary reason that Peter and I were there, and that was to help out with the CVRTs and the Gulf veterans. So a major component of Aquino Tankfest, has been for a while, is actually the involvement of British Gulf veterans. So these are guys that actually served in the Gulf War, and the vehicles that they are running around in are the vehicles that they served in during the Gulf War. So both the guys and the vehicles here are all from the Gulf War, which is really cool. Unfortunately, they're short a little bit of manpower. So Peter and myself, we were basically invited to help out. Last year I was in 24 Alpha. You can always identify it because it's got the red and yellow Royal Scots flag that you're currently looking at now. So the little setup that we've got that you can see right now is basically all of the Gulf vehicles set up in a sort of spontaneous bivouac, just to let people see all the vehicles up close and actually get a chance to talk to the veterans themselves. I will pretty much leave the next little bit to be sort of self-explanatory. So I was actually driving in the parade as well as the reenactment itself.
Watch the road, you might be a little bit close.
Hello. So what I like about these positions, I'll just show you what I see. So this is my view from driver's position. Got there, got the mirrors set up so I can see my outsides. And if I just turn around, sun's in the way, but TC is normally just behind you. yeah, pretty good little Travis position. I like these things a lot. But yeah, we're going to be firing the main gun, doing a test fire. Okay, I'm basically going to condense the full test firing sequence into one long section. This is going to be loud, obviously, and I just want everyone to know that this was done under controlled circumstances. Definitely don't try this at home, and I was wearing full ear protection, but you can just get a sense of how much these rattle you by this next clip.
Jesus, that blew part of the camo off.
As you can no doubt hear, we had lots of fun. Now the next section is a chieftain in its natural habitat being broken down and being tooled in by an M60. Alright, don't know if you can hear me, but we are in the parade now. That's the Land Rover going on to parade. So unfortunately I didn't have any footage from this year's parade or reenactment because I was in it. I did manage to film a little bit of the end of it last year, so after this quick little clip I will show that. Now after these next few clips, basically I'm just gonna let a few of the videos play of just Peter and I walking around, and right at the end I believe I crawl under a BMP to catch some shade and I talk to the camera. So yep, we'll see you at the end of the video. Oh my god, look at them all. Peter is invading. Because oh, look at the little Stuarts out there. So, turning the camera around, you can see I'm hiding in the shade. Just got a little bit of shade here underneath the BMP, which we got some interesting vehicles around us. There's the Canadian Dragoons there. They've been waiting there for a while, unfortunately. And we're currently doing, I believe it's the Meet the Tanks section. So they're talking about vehicles and all that. There's a Hetzer down there that you heard driving around before. All sorts of interesting stuff. Yeah, pretty neat. So I've done other things. We did the Gulf War reenactment battle this morning. I've got a live stream that I'm doing with World of Tanks. Trying to think. Yeah, it's been full on, meaning loads of like really cool people. So those of you who watch my content, really good. Yeah, I'll show you more. Ooh, pretty heavy. I would get closer, but that means walking back into the sun. I'm already quite burnt. Look at it go. Nice. And there it goes. We're back to Australia. Oh my god, wow. So cool. I'm all fuzzy again. Right, so there is so much more footage, but because we're already sort of reaching that like 15-16 minute mark, I'm gonna leave it there. So that was predominantly just the Gulf War section, the opening parade, the test firing, and a little bit with the Dragoons. There's pretty much all the stuff that we worked on, which I've sort of got a little bit of footage here and there. And then all just the really cool stuff, so like the actual museum stuff. So I will probably do that next video. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I am going to be absolutely, I know I keep saying this, but I'm going to be absolutely doing a lot more videos, because I met so many cool people there that actually really like enjoy my content, and I want to keep producing content for all those cool people. So yeah, that's going to be the next next video will be more of Canada. I will probably also do, I've already done a video for this week when I was sick, so you get to see me in all my sick glory. I will release that one as well. So yeah, I will see you guys on the next one, and be sure to check out all my other socials, because I'm going to be uploading little clips on them too. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye!